Luca della Robbio was born in Florence, Italy in 1399 to the 1400s. He died on February 10, 1482. Luca was a sculptor, one of pioneers of Florentine's Renaissance style, which is the influence of nature, religion, and individualistic view of a man. His work was mostly done in marble and bronze. The very first piece of artwork that was documented was the Singing Gallery, also known as the Caterina. This artwork was done in 1431 to 1438 for the Cathedral of Florence. When Luca was young, his father wanted him to learn from a goldsmith art from a man named Leonardo di Ser Giovanni. Luca learned to design and model in wax, which then made him be exposed to the materials of marble and bronze. He later started to create his work using those materials. Luca was very passionate about art, and he started to take it as a hobby. He devoted most of his time chiseling and designing. Back when Luca was 14 years old, he got an invitation by Rimini to sculpt ornaments for Sigismondo di Pamphilio. Luca had 3 sculptures that he was most famous for. The first one he created was the Caterina, also known as the Singing Gallery. This piece was created in 1432. Muso del Obrito del Duomo hired Luca to design the inside of the Duomo and the 2 sacristy doors. Luca got the inspiration by acquiring sources to create the dancing children. His work consisted of showing the importance of real children in the Renaissance Florence. It is displayed in Florence in the same room as Dentanto's work. This piece resembles giving thanks to the Lord, and it is made out of white marble. Luca is known for his technique, which is retouching and smoothing out the marble. The second sculpture he made was the Madonna and Children, which was created in 1455. Madonna means My Lady in Italian. This piece was made out of clay, which was then fired and glazed. The medium he used was the glazed terracotta. When Luca was creating this piece, he wanted to have a meaning for what he had created. The Madonna is surrounded by 6 angels, which is saying that there is a religious belief behind the sculpture. It is designed to go above the altar in a church. A fun fact is that the Virgin's head was modeled and glazed separately. Another piece that he was famous for was the Resurrection, which was created in 1442 to 1445. This piece of artwork can be seen in the North Sacristy. It is right under the other work of the Caterina. The sculpture is symmetrical and has the body of Christ in a toga-like drapery with soldiers surrounding around him. The technique that was used was glazed and polychrome terracotta. The glaze that was used can be used for both interior and exterior due to its durability. The sculpture can be seen in Duomo, Florence. The roundels are not his most famous work, but it is known. Luca designed the sculpture using hand-painted with blue and white glazes. When the piece was first created, it was put on a ceiling in a small room with ventilated ceiling, which is why the roundels are all concaved and can see the curves. The roundels of the apostle, which are known as the person being sent by Christ. The display can be seen in the medieval and Renaissance gallery. Luca de Robbio lived in a time period where art was reflected on the passion of someone living situation. Most of the art that was created has to do with something with religion.